Slamat Pagi, Meo here.
And Kido here to tell you that Megamind vs. the Doom Syndicate is considered a truly awful sequel.
It is hated by all and panned by even the smallest of YouTube channels, such as one called Penguin Zero.
But what if we told you that Megamind 2 isn't actually a bad movie, it's just a glorified pilot episode of a bad series?
Before we get deep into the series, we're going to have to explain what happened in this so-called movie, as well as what happens in the first movie.
What? You haven't seen Megamind? Well, in that movie, it's basically about a supervillain that turns into a superhero. And that's all you really need to know, because the movie's pretty good and you should go watch it if you haven't seen it already. As for the sequel,
utter crap.
it takes everything that was good in the first movie, such as the voice acting, the story, and the animation, and just gets rid of it, and turns it into a brain-rot kids movie. It's not bad that it's for kids, it's just bad.
If you've heard anything about this movie, surely you've heard the animation is bad, and I assure you, it's worse than you think. DreamWorks is somehow involved in this production, and they've been behind excellent projects such as Puss in Boots: The Last Wish and Shark Tale. And all those animation errors people were pointing out in the trailer are still in the movie.
Also, none of the voice actors like Will Ferrell have returned to their roles, and neither have the original characters, as Megamind and his relationship with Minion has completely regressed. In the first movie, just before the finale, Megamind for all intents and purposes apologizes to Minion because Minion is his best friend. In this new movie, Megamind for some reason doesn't respect Minion at all, and refuses to even call Minion a sidekick. This causes Minion to leave Megamind again, just like he did in the first movie. They also changed Minion's name to Old Chum, probably because of certain competition.
Roxanne Ritchie becomes mayor in this movie because she feels that she could be doing more and that journalistic integrity is just chopped liver now, and also because everyone else in the city is completely incompetent. They show her leadership ability because when the city is in peril and everyone's panicking, she takes charge. This is after the mayor crumbles, and apparently there is no fire chief, police chief, or any other first responders to do anything. Everyone's brain cells are dead. They must rely on Roxanne. Slay Queen.
There's some new characters that appear in this movie as well as the series. The Doom Syndicate is made of a bunch of tropey villain stereotypes with one defining personality trait per person. Then they added in the worst character in history. This character alone just survives the dissolution of DreamWorks. This young girl named Keiko has single-handedly caused more pain than taxes and kidney stones.
Even worse than the characters themselves is the writing. It boggles the mind that two of the original writers who worked on the first movie worked on this. Instead of true wit, they have puns and humor that is abysmal. Some things are close to being funny, but none of it is.
Now on to the TV show. Now that we've gotten past all that, right off the bat, the opening intro kind of slaps for some reason. That was unexpected.
What the heck? They got Adam Lambert?
Why is the opening song so good, but everything else is so garbage? And why did they hire Adam Lambert, but didn't get back any of the original voice actors for the movie? Top 10 questions science can't answer.
Jumping right into the first episode, we are greeted by the stiff animation and soulless eyes.
Throughout the entire series, Megamind is getting into this whole internet thing because the creators are super in touch, guys. They know what the internet is. They didn't just learn about it last week. Strangely enough, the only time we ever get good animation in this series is usually when it has this whole camera overlay thing. I'm not exactly sure why that is.
In this episode, Megamind is trying to inspire the people of Metro City, but he's being beaten at his own game by a new hero called Dude Monkey, and this dude is monkeying around with Megamind. He's also a vlogger, because once again...
Megan tries to get hip with the jive, and while it is supposed to be funny, is very cringe and very sad. Also, I hate Dude Monkey. Dude Monkey takes the aquarium gig that Megamind was supposed to speak at, but Megamind realizes that Nighty Night, one of the Doom Syndicate from earlier, is going to steal the fish from the aquarium. They stop him, but he gets what he really is after, which is the mutant starfish.
In the end, the Dude Monkey was a fake hero coward, so Megamind is popular again. And Megamind learns that he doesn't have to be so cool, because people relate to him as he is. Unfortunately, Keiko, who caused this whole social media mess, does not learn anything, nor does she apologize or take any semblance of responsibility for anything that she caused.
And the humor is really, 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 really bad. Episode 2!
The entire premise of this episode is that the donut guy from the pilot episode / movie is giving a tour of his restaurant to Megamind and Roxanne, but some jelly flies out of Megamind's donut, and donut guy slips and falls into a vat of sticky donut stuff. Megamind then wrongfully thinks that donut guy is going to turn into a villain. Hilarity ensues.
Donut guy gets amnesia and then he becomes a villain, and that just proves that this show is very predictable and most relies on tropes that we've all seen before.
This series introduces a character that is a secretary to Roxanne, and I'm really not sure what the point of her being being here is. Though to be fair, most of the characters in the show also serve no purpose.
In the end, Donut Guy gets his memory back. Yippee-ki-yay, whatever, stupid frickin' trash TV show. I wish you would just...
Episode 3!
This whole online thing is getting really, really, really annoying.
The premise behind this episode is that Chum and Keiko are having issues because they find out Chum feels like he's being replaced by Keiko, and Keiko feels like she needs to prove that she's not just a third wheel in this relationship. We know this because they literally just say it in the show.
However, the show never really recognizes the fact that these assumptions are actually kind of true. Anyway, they accidentally create a super intelligent cockroach because Keiko is a sloppy eater.
The cockroach wants to eliminate humanity and take over the world, and Chum and Keiko have to team up to stop her and her mutant cockroach army thing, while Megamind gets over his fear of roaches. Because Megamind in this episode is a complete coward when it comes to roaches.
It's funny. Laugh.
Megamind gets over his fear of roaches and they suck up the roaches and launch them into space.
There is a line of dialogue at the end that causes me great pain. One character offers Keiko some food and says, "Granola?"
And Keiko responds, "Granyesla, end me." Episode 4!
It's a body swapping episode, and I would say the writers have run out of ideas, but I don't think they had any to begin with.
I will give credit, there was one scene in this episode that actually was kind of funny.
He's already upset about you blowing up his garage.
The jaywalker's getaway car was parked there.
So were 1,000 other cars.
I won't apologize for being thorough.
And strangely enough, Megamind in Roxanne's body, which sounds super weird, I'm sorry, is actually more entertaining than anything else that's in this show.
For some reason, Keiko was getting some award despite doing almost nothing for anyone. But sure, I guess she helped Megamind.
Because there's a whole body swapping thing between Roxanne and Megamind. Megamind is, doing a bunch of crazy stuff as mayor. Now that he's Roxanne, Roxanne is like, I can be a hero too and cause less destruction. And for some reason, she also does this whole thing with like, oh, minion, I appreciate you. I don't say that nearly enough, basically implying that Megamind doesn't say it nearly enough, even though in the movie, we already established that he actually does say that now. This is the second time that the writers have forgotten the first movie, and the first time they've forgotten the second movie.
I question the ethics of bringing Keiko along to chase a criminal, but she's only like 2 feet tall, so the chances of her getting shot are extremely low.
Everything goes to crap for a bit because they're not very good at each other's jobs, but then everything is okay in the end, and now I'm left wondering what this episode was trying to accomplish. I guess that Roxanne and Megamind can just switch places whenever they need to.
The show was trash. Episode 5!
Megamind goes on a jealousy arc. Woo!
Roxanne has a normal friend from summer camp when she was growing up that is also Keiko's teacher, and Megamind starts getting the big jealous. And in part of the episode here, when they're asking why he's so jealous and friends and everything, he says,
The way.
I grew up in a prison, remember? I'm new to the whole friend thing.
Hello, standing right here.
Oh, Chum, I adore you, but you're more of a vestigial limb, or a helpful ghost haunting me for life.
I'll take it.
and reference to Minion still. And they keep forgetting that he already said in the first movie that Minion is his best friend.
The stupid secretary is trying to take pictures of Roxanne hanging around with normal people, as though that is going to help her get re-elected as mayor. Despite the fact that Roxanne helped save the city twice, is friends to both Megamind and Metro Man, which, while not normal, you think would be better than just saying, I hang out with normal people.
Keiko is being helped by Megamind to make a robot to throw a ball for a school project, but Megamind takes that robot and uses that one, despite the fact that he gave it to her, and then he invents a robot friend to try to fulfill his lack of childhood friends, and maybe make Roxanne a bit jealous. And basically, he's more of a crybaby in this episode than the rest of the series.
So later he tries to give the robot back to Keiko because it doesn't make him feel any better, but the robot gets upset and goes on a rampage. They try to stop it gently so Keiko can get her product turned in, but it kidnaps Megamind. In the end, Roxanne saves Megamind by throwing the shocky ball thing and shooting the decelerator or whatever.
Megamind learns you can't make someone like you a certain way. The robot befriends another throwing robot, and Roxanne doesn't have that much in common with her other guy friend anyway, so it's all good in the end.
I will admit the animation in the show is a smidge more polished than the movie, but still not good at all.
I know this might seem a bit overdramatic, but this is one of the dumbest episodes of TV I have ever seen.
Episode 6!
5 minutes into the episode and almost nothing of interest has happened, but now there's just a cloning machine that exists. Okay.
The main theme of this episode is, oh no, Chum made a clone of himself, and now that clone is making more clones, and Megamind is super tired and thinks he's dreaming, and the original Chum is having a assist-off with the secretary woman from before. It's not very interesting, honestly.
Also, the clones at one point decide to fuse together to make one giant Megazord minion. I don't think that's how that works, but who am I to judge?
At the end, Minion tells Big Minute to swim away, which probably means that the giant will eventually grow weak and drown, or it will return for a random episode later in the series.
Side note, this Rain villain guy who's popped up in a couple of episodes, he's cooking something.
I can see what they're doing, what he's doing. I can see it, I feel it. He's cooking.
Also, I forgot to mention, he was teased at the end of the second movie, that's why he's in this series, blah blah blah. He taught Megamind how to be a villain.
Episode 7.
This show makes me so very tired. The whole streaming superhero thing is still present, and that sucks. But it's Keiko's birthday, so Roxy randomly gives her a camera drone out of nowhere. I don't even know why Roxy has that, but whatever.
Keiko leaves to go spy on the Doom Syndicate to prove that she's ready to be a hero. So she just pinpoints their metadata? If they can be found so easily, why has nobody done anything?
She pretends to be Nighty-Night, but Machiavillain, the brain thing from earlier, is not fooled because he's the only one in the show with actual average intelligence.
There are a couple of jokes such as,
He's much funnier now that he knows how to type.
or hi busted,
Honestly, if I had a head, I'd shake it in disappointment.
Busted.
Hi, Busted. Me behemoth.
that might have been funny in a better show.
Meanwhile, Megamind doesn't want help again, ignoring the first movie where he literally decides that, you know what, maybe I can't do this by myself and I need friends and people to help me along, but whatever. So he's making a cake because he doesn't want to defeat the person who teaches him like his teacher taught him apparently, or something.
There's some stupid stuff, including Keiko stealing something for the villains to gain their trust, and she gets the former mayor to make some replica of the item, which is Megamind's baby binky, which I guess has some alien power source. I don't know. For some reason, after she delivers the fake, she proceeds to tell them that it is fake before making her escape. Why? I don't know. In the end, she was tricked, oh no, and she has the fake one and they have the real one. And now she is too ashamed to tell Megamind.
Thanks, but I don't deserve you guys.
It's facts! It's facts! It's not facts. These facts are not facts.
Episode 8!
Finally, an episode with stakes! And Keiko keeps not telling Megamind what happened for some reason, even though that's pretty important.
Machiavillain is the only antagonist to have any kind of charisma at all. He's not even that great, but he's league smarter than everyone else. I assume this is because Adam Lambert is voicing Machiavillain, so it's like, you know, we'll give you a good role.
Machiavillain, who is back in his body, tells Megamind he has to save the city by completing 3 tasks, and in each place there is one of the Doom Syndicate that he has to defeat.
The villain takedown scenes are just as underwhelming as usual.
But hark, it was all a trick! Machiavillain breaks into Megamind's secret headquarters and hacks into all his drones super easily.
I give up, that's it.
At the end of the episode, Machiavillain paints himself as a hero, stopping a comet from destroying Metro City. He paints Megamind as a villain who's trying to get the comet to destroy Metro City. And then Megamind gives up pretty easily, all things considered.
Can't give up. The Megamind I knew would never have run from a fight, even when he knew he had absolutely no chance of winning.
And Roxanne changes sides real quickly. At the tail end of the episode, Megamind reveals the very disappointing truth that he did not defeat Machiavillain, he just accidentally blew up his lair, and he took the credit for it. And afterwards, Keiko also spills the beans and says that she caused this whole mess by giving them the thing that they were asking for, and of course, Megamind is not upset.
At the very, very end of the episode, they tease that they need Metro Man to save the city. So yay, they're gonna bring him into this.
Quite frankly, I'm kind of surprised to think they could get a season 2. I can't imagine any 6-year-old who's enjoying the series right now is going to remember it later.
But you know what? That's their decision. Let them do what they will. This series was a chore to get through. We were originally going to cover the movie, but everyone else already did that, and not as many people cover the series, so I figured, you know what? Why not? Might as well. We're already late to the subject.
And now you don't have to watch the series yourself to know how terrible it is.
Utter crap.
You paid $6 for a Peacock subscription, so hopefully this is worth it.
If you have literally anything to say, feel free to put it in a comment down below. And if you like this video, or at least appreciate the effort that we went through to get this information, please like the video.
And feel free to subscribe. We're trying to get 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Who knows? It could happen.
If you subscribe and ring the bell to stay notified, you will be alerted whenever we drop a new video about all things animated, including weird FNAF degenerate cartoons and other stuff.
Either way, thank you for watching. If you want to watch another video, watch this one over here.
Or this one over here. And until we see you in the next one, in the wise words of the Doom Syndicate,
no!